What's up, everybody? We are back with a training video. This was from Tuesday, October 14th, upper body day. As you can see, we're getting some curls in. There's young Tyler. I did not do curls because I still have, as I've said in previous videos, this gnarly tendonitis going on. So trying to get that under control. It is getting better, but I didn't do any direct bicep work. But I got some seated laterals here. We got two to three sets in of our seated laterals. This is the first or second week of this. Yeah, first week of this program. Just getting back to normal 5-3-1. But I like to do my accessories work, as I said in the previous video. Trying to leave more reps in the tank on pretty much everything I'm doing. Just trying to feel good at this point. I got some chest supported face pulls here. This was 10 to 15 reps with 2 reps in reserve. I think I had 30 pounds. Did around sets of 15. Yeah, I'm doing 5-3-1 again. I just feel like, I've been a strength and conditioning coach for about 17 years, almost 17 years, somewhere around there. And it's just amazing to see how many people have kind of reinvented the wheel. So myself included, or tried to reinvent the wheel. Oh, buddy, almost slipping. So I'm just trying to get back to basics, as corny as that sounds. And, 5-3-1 has stood the test of time. It's always a good grounding program for me, especially when I'm trying to start light, progress slow, just like Jim Willer's talked about. So I like to work up to a single at my 80% first in the first week, and then I'll back down and do a single at my 85%, and then back down and do 65, 75, 85%. So this is here in our beginning sets. There's Jarrett. It's been awesome having a training group, even though we're not training together all the time. When we do have the ability to train together, it's motivating. It's just, a good time for bros to be dudes, dudes to be bros, all that good stuff. I think overhead press is one of those neglected exercises. Everyone likes to bench press. No one likes to overhead press because it's just hard. I will say that I completely messed up the loading. Everything was actually ended up being like 5 to 10% lower than it should have been. So I messed that up, but not a big deal. It's the first week. It's the first block of this training program, so not a huge deal. I had good bar speed on it. My overhead press is doing really well. Before I started this, I think I pressed 185 at 160 pound body weight. So very happy with overhead press. I'm going to test overhead press, bench press, squat, and deadlift probably around Christmas time. So my goals are I want to overhead press 200, hopefully bench 300 again, squat 450, and then deadlift 450, and stay around 160 pounds body weight. I'm 38. I'll be 39 in April. So, just really trying to prioritize feeling good and really progressing slow and using lighter weights. Like, I really want to see what weights I can use that are light enough that I can still be making progress, because I still want to sprint almost every day. I want to jump. I want to be capable. I don't want to feel so sore in my joints, be so beat up every day. Like Tyler's 25, 26. I'm 38. One thing I've talked to him about is I just really have to get past trying to train like I'm still 25. I definitely don't want to fall into that group of like, I'm just the old person. But I am approaching 40. I've been training since I was 15 years old. So I do need to take some precautions that I didn't used to take. And I think people need to be able to put aside their ego enough to do that. And I get caught in traps where my ego kind of takes over. So I'm just really, really trying to keep that in check and not necessarily care so much about have to move up every 5 pounds every week, or I have to move up 10 pounds every week. Just let the training do the work, and just be okay with getting better slowly over time. So these are, I don't remember what set we're on. I'm rambling too much. But we ended up doing, again, a top set at 85%, which was 130. And then we went back down to 65%, then went to 75%, and then went back to 85%, all for sets of 5. I'm trying to stay between 3 to 5 reps in reserve, if not even a little bit more. Today was actually a bit more because I misloaded the weights. So my fault on that, but not a big deal. So there's Tyler going. I don't know what's going on with Tyler's hair and that bandana. We gotta help him out. It's just too much. It's all too much. Then we went to floor press as our supplemental movement. We did 3 to 4 sets. I think I ended up doing 4 sets. Here's Jarrett banging some out. I like Jarrett has the old school head lift with the floor press. If you were around in the late 90s, early 2000s, especially going into 2010, lifting your head when you bench press was definitely a big thing. I'm still a proponent of it. I don't know why people stopped doing it. It's just not the flavor of the month anymore. But when I was competing in geared lifting, you always lifted your head. And now geared lifters, the 5 people who exist in it, don't lift their head anymore. So, but we're bringing it back. I want to bring it back. I just like that old school style of benching. Still trying to always pause these. Good control. Again, we're trying to get strength, hypertrophy out of this. So trying to move the bar fast, but also make sure I'm feeling targeted muscles. I feel like people think that things exist only one or the other. Like you can only train specific strength or hypertrophy. I don't think that's true. I think if we control movements well enough and have good enough technique, we can get the best of both worlds from each exercise. What did we do for reps on this? I did 185 for sets of 7. And again, most things I ranked as 3 to 5 reps in reserve. That's also one of the things that I'm doing differently with both myself and my clients and the students I teach. As a side note, if anyone's wondering where we're lifting at, it's the high school that I coach at and teach at. I'm a high school strength and conditioning coach and a high school teacher where I teach a strength and conditioning elective. So that's where we're at. But yeah, so as far as the reps from reserve, people get really hung up on, was that 2 reps from reserve or 3 reps from reserve? So what I'm trying to do now is program more in a range. So the range on this was you want to be around 3 to 5 reps from reserve. So people don't, have an aneurysm trying to figure out, was that 3? Was that 4? Was that 5? I think a range is just fine. So we're getting into our power cleans here. I think we did a hang power to a front squat. We did sets of 3. Again, I'm putting these at the end of the workout. They feel so much better. I'm really not trying to worry about the weight on this. I know this is unimpressive. This is 115 pounds, but I am slow rolling the shit out of these hang power cleans and power cleans that I'm trying to learn how to do. But these felt really good. And this is all post back injury. So I'm just trying to take things real slow and not piss off my back again, because that's just not fun. So Tyler's getting much better. Tyler played college football, so he's definitely got the college football clean technique going on, which is better than my technique. So no shade from me whatsoever. But yeah, I think all of us have liked putting these at the end of our session and we feel better. Our cleans are not, or specifically our power cleans are not like our major priority. But they're not a thing that we want to get better at as well. So I don't plan on testing this in December like with my other lifts. But like I said, I'm just trying to slow roll this and not really worry about where I am week to week, but worry about putting in enough solid work to where I'm confident that in the next year to 2 years, I'll be pretty proficient. So really, really slow rolling this, not planning on competing in weightlifting or anything. I don't even care about really catching a rock bottom clean. I just would like to have a nice power clean and have a nice hang power clean as well. That's really the goal. And once I feel like that's satisfied, I'll try and add in a jerk here and there, try and get better at that, and then try and add in snatches. But again, not trying to do too many things at one time. I was looking for some feedback on that one, but didn't really get it. Back still bothering me, so didn't do any full out sprints, but we substituted in just some sprint drills. So here are some A skips. If you ever want to feel super unathletic, start doing some sprint drill work. That will make you feel extraordinarily unathletic. Again, more things that I'm trying to fix as a strength coach. I'm 38, almost 39. I've been a strength coach since 2010. I've been a personal trainer since 2008. And I just neglected learning how to do weightlifting movements as far as as far as clean variations, snatch variations, jerk variations. And I really neglected sprinting and jumping. I would program it for my athletes. I wouldn't do it myself. I would program it for my athletes. Here are our B skips. Trying to focus on some knee drive on this and really pulling down and hitting underneath me. But again, make you feel really athletic. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I would program it for athletes, but I was just kind of like throwing it in as far as sprints and jumps are concerned. And I was just under the mindset that, hey, if we strength train well enough and hard enough, that's going to be all we need to get better from an athletic perspective. And I still think that should be the brunt, especially for most teenagers and even college kids and middle school kids. But I think I just went too far that way. And I think it was just more me being lazy and not wanting to learn how to do these things. So now, that's what I like about strength and conditioning is you can always get better and always continue to learn. So here we are doing our straight leg bounds. These felt really good. I actually got some sore calves from doing this as well. So training's been going really well. Just trying to keep the training, doing the work, and not getting so obsessed with trying to pile on weight each week. I want to be able to sprint, jump, run around with my kids, all that good stuff. So that was my upper body training for last Tuesday on October 14th. I will see you all next video.